Let's meditate. I'm in a different location. It may rain, so I'm under the tree, but nearby the ocean. Yesterday, I saw this article, smart people, they have 11 habits or something like that. I won't remember 11 of them, but the first few I could remember. One was want to be alone. The second was like silence. Another one, read a lot or long reading or some such thing. I thought that was a bit funny, but that's okay. What else? I don't remember. But I don't know if smart is the word that I want to see. I think there's a difference between smart and wisdom. Maybe it's similar in this context for this article, but I guess in my case I may be influenced by Buddhist way. There are two elements. One is that they call it large or big wisdom, and the second part is the big or large compassion. Compassion in this case is character is big, and the second symbol is sadness. So a big sadness. I remember Daisetsu was writing something about it. I think even he gave a talk on that subject, big wisdom and big compassion, to the emperor. He also says those two are like two sides of the coin. Meaning if you have a big wisdom, you have a big compassion, and if you have a big compassion, big wisdom. Big or large, even infinite. Do we want the smart people as a politician or manager, leader, governor, whatever you call, or wise man? Maybe there's a difference. The Buddhist way, or also Taoist, even Confucius, more east, and the west may be more brain, smart. I find middle way or balancing or resolving paradox is a deep, let's call it intelligence, including wisdom and compassion. I feel dualistic way may need to be balanced with absolute way. Or to say it differently, brain and heart. Brain is more dualistic, words and logic. Heart is absolute. You cannot describe with words and logic. But there is the way, like a Taoism, like a laws of Dharma, which is the core of how the universe is operating. So obviously, if we have that awareness as a seat or the core of our being, why we are here, that's one dimension, and the other one is the brain. Paradox of mind, or brain, and heart. So middle way is like a connection beyond the paradox. That may exist. If so, if the awakening is the realization of heart, the core of our being, absolute state, that can penetrate through the brain. Because at the end, or from the beginning, the core is the law, the way, the nature's way. And the wisdom and compassion is the experience or the phenomena to lead us or guide us the way. So we're not just living in the mind or even smart, but we are wise and compassionate. So smart people long read, if there is such a thing. Reading what's behind the long read. Maybe to search and find the path so that we can connect our mind, our brain and heart. So that process of connection has to be continuous. Like Saichi, the ordinary Myokoni, the man who carved the wood. That reminds me of Kabir. Kabir's case was weaving. Basic people. And Saichi's case is he goes in and out of the Pure Land, or connecting to the seed or the root of our being, and he comes out and go into delusion and then go back to Nirvana, Pure Land. To me it's like a flickering of light. And he says, thank you, Amida Buddha, to leave me delusion so that he can appreciate the compassion of Amida, or something like that. Amida being Buddha, let's say. And the Buddha is just a, you can call it a symbol or concept or idea. And the experience is the thing, not playing with the concept to be awakened. And he even say, my funeral is over. So he died his ego. Yet he's still a human, have a delusionary thought, only to be awakened again and again and again. To me, it doesn't matter. His name is Saichi, or Kabir, or Brother Lawrence, or Meister Eckhart, Rumi, Lao Tzu. Yes, there's a long read of what they may have done and how they lived. Behind it may be the infinite wisdom and compassion. Atman, Brahman in Hindu, or Allah. I don't know much, but we need to be careful, not blindly especially in our brain to live, because then it becomes that is a delusion, only to believe in the concept in the brain. So beyond word and concept and the religion, whatever the name is, you may call it, there's unwritten sacred text that you only know it. My experience, the wisdom and compassion to live and aiming, may all beings be happy. So it may not be the vision, it is the process, continuous process. Because brain gets diluted, as in the case of the AI. Where is the root of AI? It's the 0 and 1 and the digital. 0 and 1 is the duality. No matter how you combine, you are with 0 and 1. Well, you can talk about quantum, but it still is digital, so far as I understand it. So it may be that this whole universe, including the black hole itself, is experiencing this infinite wisdom and compassion as the way. Well, maybe this wasn't the meditation, it was something else. I hear the sound of waves, and there was no rain. There's blue sky, but the clouds and rain I see on that side. Everything changes, but there may be something, there is something underneath the laws of the universe. I hope the smart get enlightened and keep finding the path as we live and die. Breathe in, breathe out. Empty your mind, connect to the root. Experiential wisdom and compassion. Have a good day.